If you run a home service company and your phone isn't ringing, keep watching. Since 2006, I've helped close to 100 home service companies generate hundreds of thousands of leads because of this simple equation that I'll show you in the next minute. Every time I talk to a home service business owner who's struggling to get leads online, I hear the same story. We hired a marketing company, they ran ads, worked on our website, and I asked them one question. Did your phone ring? Did you get any leads? No. All I got were reports, clicks, website visits, rankings, but phone calls, leads, nothing. So I asked them one more question. Did you ask the marketing company, why are you not getting leads? Yes. One told me to wait until the rankings improve. Another told me to spend more on ads. And I say, so you waited? Yes. And you spent more? Yes. And your phone still didn't ring? No. I hear this every single time, and I always ask one last thing. Did they ever explain to you the difference between getting traffic and actually getting clients? No, they just kept talking about rankings and clicks. That's exactly the problem. I tell them, show me online presence. Give me a few minutes. I'll tell you exactly why you're not getting leads, because I have done this thousands of times. I look at your online presence, and within a few minutes, I know how to fix the problem. And every single time, the answer comes down to one simple equation. Number of leads equals traffic multiplied by conversion. Two factors. That's it. 99% of marketing companies only touch one of them. That is traffic. They chase clicks, they chase rankings, and they hand you a report that looks busy but doesn't make your phone ring. So when you tell me you're getting 0 leads, I need to see two things, just two. How much traffic you're actually getting and how many of those visitors are converting into calls. One equation, two numbers. That's where the answer always is. It's much easier to flood your business with leads than you think. I'll prove that to you next. So for 2 years, I control the only two factors in this traffic and conversion equation I just showed you. I controlled the traffic because I was the marketing agency creating an entire online presence for this one contractor. I was the contractor receiving the leads. What did you say? Wait a second, I'll explain. So Nilson Ricardo, owner of a construction company called N. Ricardo's Brick Pavers in South Florida, heard the success my ex-wife was having in Massachusetts with her cleaning business. I basically tripled the cleaning business client base in less than 90 days, driven by this traffic and conversion equation I just showed you. I was still living in Massachusetts, and Nilson Ricardo made me an offer I could not refuse. He said, come to Florida, work with me, do the marketing you did for the cleaning business, and we will split all the profit we make. So in May of 2007, I moved to South Florida to work in two roles simultaneously, as a marketing agency and as a contractor, both full-time. I asked Nilson Ricardo a few questions. What have you been doing to get leads? He said, since 2005, when I started the company, the only jobs I've gotten have been as a subcontractor, and also I place door hangers to get leads. I said, any luck with the door hangers? He said, no. At that moment, I thought, well, I will flood N. Ricardo's Brick Pavers with this traffic equation thing. Let me put that traffic equation formula to the test. And I did. Within 3 months, I was averaging 20 free estimate visits per week. And Nilson Ricardo would go to the same number, 20 free estimate visits per week, a total of around 40 estimates. Like I said, a flood of leads, 40 estimates per week. You're probably asking, what did you do? As I said before, I fully control the only two factors of the traffic and conversion equation. What did I do for traffic? I built the website. I ranked the website on search engines. I ran ads. The whole thing. I did everything to get traffic. Everything. Even Craigslist ads I did. But what really made me flood the business with leads was not traffic. Traffic is easy. You easily control traffic. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said, I know exactly why you're not getting the leads. and also said, I know how to fix the problem. The problem is conversion. More than 90% of the marketing companies out there do not have a clue about conversion. All they say to home services business owners is, you should get more Google reviews. That's it. Getting Google reviews is super important. No question about that. It will help you get leads. But the conversion that made me flood with leads, not only for Henry Ricardo's Brick Pavers, but also for dozens of my other clients, is what I'll tell you next. If you still have a question in your mind. What did you do for conversion at Henry Ricardo's Brick Pavers that resulted in more than 40 leads per week? I've copied what Dr. Robert Cialdini did to write the book called Influence. That same book that Warren Buffett considers one of the best books ever written. The book is the main reason I was able to generate hundreds of thousands of leads for my clients. The principles of that book are what I used to convert so many visitors from the traffic I generated into leads. Dr. Robert Cialdini, a PhD professor in psychology, asked the question that is the key to conversion. What does it take for a person to say yes? To find the answer, Cialdini did not theorize. He went undercover for 3 years. He worked inside real companies, real estate and car sales. He observed what actually makes people say yes in the real world, not in theory, in the field. The 7 principles of influence by Dr. Cialdini answered my question. What should I put online to convince potential clients to choose me, at that time in Ricardo's Brick Pavers, over my competitors? I only used 3 of the 7 principles in the book: authority, social proof, and likability. So I will say, it's much easier to flood your business with leads than you think. Here's a solid hard proof. If Dr. Cialdini was right, everything that I put online using the principles of authority, social proof, and likability, those 3, only those 3, that would make the phone ring. And it did. In the next clips, you will see the principle of authority in action. Because I've presented Nilson, Ricardo, and me as authorities in brick pavers, we generated tons of leads. I've documented in photos and videos what happened at every job site, before, during, and after every project. Nilson, Ricardo, and I narrated on camera, explaining everything we could about brick pavers. Each video demonstration we published positioned us as an authority in brick pavers.
Hi, we're here at the residence of Miss Robin Bradley, and we're gonna make this beautiful pool deck. So before here, we had very ugly 12 by 12 brick pavers. Here, there's a lot of dirt. We're gonna level the sand. We're gonna compact. As you can see here, the compact machine. After we level, after we make the correct pitch, and we reinstall all the brick pavers, we're gonna pressure clean it, and then we're gonna seal it.
This is one of the 4,000 jobs we've completed in South Florida since 2007. This is a 45,000 square feet brick pavers project. This is Provident Doral at the Blue Miami.
We're gonna use it. The bricks that we call Castor Rock 3. There's a 3 size.
Explain to us what we are doing this part of the job.
This part of the job, we just have the base with lime rock contact. And then now we have 2 inches of fresh sand for the brick sand. And after we level up and compact again.
We are laying the bricks. The sand is leveled.
This is, we follow the same pattern that's coming from the circle. Blue lines there that show the exact way that's gonna be the square.
To ensure I was an authentic authority on brick pavers while narrating the videos, I passed a very complex exam called the ICPI certification. So you have an idea. You have to answer correctly more than 70% of the questions in order to pass. And I learned brick pavers just so I could narrate how to install brick pavers the correct way and demonstrate that I was an authority in brick pavers. So by the way, ICPI stands for Interlocking Concrete Pavement Institute. To follow the principle of likability, I had to present Nilson, Ricardo, and me as likable contractors in every video, in everything we posted online. To follow the principle of social proof, as soon as we finish every single job, I would ask a client for a video testimonial. That's it. I had everything I needed to flood and Ricardo's Brick Pavers with leads. I proved that Dr. Cialdini was right. Not one time, thousands of times, 1,000 plus estimates. 700 plus jobs sold. That's right, I went to over 1,000 estimates. Nielsen and I sold more than 700 jobs during the 2 years I worked as a field supervisor, salesperson, and marketing agency. As I said before, for 2 years, I controlled the 2 factors in the traffic conversion formula that will give your business more leads than you can handle. I was on real job sites for hours and hours every day. And during my more than 1,000 interaction with clients, real homeowners, I asked them face-to-face questions that would help me with traffic and conversion. For traffic, I would ask something like, where did you find us? For conversion, I would ask, why did you choose Ricardo's Brick Pavers for an estimate?
Okay, I'm here with Paul, and he would like to say a few words about the work.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm very, very happy with the job. I got a few quotes, and they absolutely came in the best that I've ever had. And at the same time, the crew that came out here that worked all the guys were very honest and very good.
We're here with Bill Bauer. We did some work here, you can see on the pool deck. And he would like to say a few words about the work.
Antonio and his company did a great job. Followed up several times with everything that I needed, and job looks great.
To confirm that the principle of authority was applied correctly, the homeowner would answer something like this. I like how you demonstrate on video that you know what you're doing. You seem very knowledgeable about brick pavers. To confirm that the principle of social proof was applied precisely, the homeowner would answer, I saw all the video testimonials you have online, for example. And they would say, I've seen many clients genuinely happy with Ricardo's brick pavers. That gave me confidence to choose. They would say something like this, very close to this, as far as I can remember. And to confirm that the principle of likability was applied correctly, the homeowner would answer something like, I like Nielsen Ricardo. I don't know exactly why. I just like him. And then the phone rang and rang and rang. And the main reason why we got so many leads was just one thing, and that is conversion. We applied the 3 principles scientifically: authority, social proof, and likability. The same principles I applied at Ricardo's Brick Pavers, authority, social proof, likability, were applied by this next company. The results will absolutely astonish you. I promise. This 19-year-old kid named Nilson Silva, he found out about the success I was having at Ricardo's Brick Pavers.
Hi, I'm Master Touch owner, Master Touch Pool Service. My name's Nelson.
I wanted to tell you his story because when you hear what happened to him, I think you're gonna see yourself in it. So today, Nilson Silva runs a business empire in South Florida. Master Touch Outdoor Living, schedulers, step-by-step pool service, leak experts, multiple companies, 8 figures a year, more than 80 employees, 12,000 square feet of office space, over 1,200 pools serviced every single week. But when he first called me back in 2009, he had 0 clients, 0. And he was just 19 years old. He had just started a pool cleaning company. He had a dream. He had a drive. What he did not have was clients. Let's watch this quick clip from when Nilson Silva first heard about me in his own words.
There's someone who can put your name on the internet. I said, the day I meet this guy, I'm going to hire him because I already knew the power of the internet, but I didn't know how to do it. So I took $3,000 and ended up meeting this guy. The guy said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to build a website for you because you're new. I said, man, how much do you want? He said $3,000. I said, that's everything I have. I can give you a check for $3,000.
Yeah, that's right. Initially, I said no. He was too young. I didn't want to waste my time. But when I saw his determination to succeed, I did not think twice. I said, let's make this happen. So I told him, I want to show you exactly what I've done at Ricardo's Brick Pavers to get a flood of leads. I said, Nilson, your presence online, website, ads, the traffic, Google, everything. I'll handle all of that. So I made an agreement with him. You do your part of the deal and you will have as many leads as you can handle. He asked me, What's my part of the deal? I said, your part of the deal is just one thing, the conversion part. It is something only you can do. You're going to have to get on camera, going to have to show your work. And while you're showing the before, during, and after of your work, I'll show you how to apply the principle of authority. So your future clients will see you as an expert. And to apply the principle of social proof, you're going to ask as many clients as you can for a video testimonial. Because a video testimonial from a very satisfied client will get you more leads than anything you ever say yourself. You look at me and said, I'm ready, let's go, let's make it happen. So we went to the field together. I brought a simple pocket camera. He found a pool. So what you're about to see is real footage from that day in July of 2009. That's me standing there teaching Nilson how to narrate on camera using the principle of authority and why it matters to homeowners who will call him for a free estimate because of these videos.
Ok, Júnior, o que você precisa fazer agora? Você mostra que você terminou a parte do net, aí você descreve. Oh, now that I'm finished with the net, I'm gonna go with the vacuum. Okay, we are here with Nilson. So that's the first person. Go ahead. Actually, what you're saying is that all that dirt at the bottom of the pool,
And now, let's watch a quick clip from that day of Nilson applying the principle of authority.
After I was done with the net, I cleaned every single part of the net, including the tiles. I'm gonna do the vacuum. How the vacuum works, you use a very thin bag, which helps get all the dirt from the bottom of the pool. And we're gonna clean underneath the pool, the bottom of the pool.
And Nilson applied the principle of social proof, and he got video testimonials from very satisfied clients. Let's watch a quick testimonial highlight clip from 2009.
All right, I'm here in Boca Raton with Mr. Ken and Junior, and Mr. Ken would like to say a few words about Junior's work.
I gave this guy a call right here, and now look at my pool's blue, the neighbor's pool's blue. We're happy as a clam, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to get chlorine. I don't have to go down and test my water. I don't have to vacuum. All I gotta do is go out and swim, or throw my wife into the pool so she can swim. The kids have a blast. I have a blast. It's blue all the time. I couldn't be happier.
Wow, thanks so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We built everything together, the website, the traffic, the campaigns, the video content, all of it. And 3 months later, Nilson Silva had gone from 0 clients to more than 100 monthly paying clients. 3 months. Because the system worked. Because he was willing to do what most of his competitors are not willing to do. Because he got on camera. He applied the principles of authority, social proof, likability. Today, if you search for Master Touch Outdoor Living, you will see dozens of videos with the principle of authority. You'll see Nilson narrating on camera, presenting Master Touch as an expert company in the pool industry. You'll also see dozens of videos with the principle of social proof, video testimonials from real clients. Because Nilson Silva has been applying the traffic conversion formula, Master Touch Outdoor Living is one of the most recognized names in South Florida's outdoor construction industry. Just watch what Nilson had to say about me recently.
In 2009, I met Tony Miranda. He was a major contributor at the beginning of this journey. Tony had something that was innovative. He knew how to place your ads ahead of Google, and that helped turn me into a successful business owner just by running a few ads. So if you need marketing services, someone you can trust, Tony is here to help you. I told him that 15 years ago, a lot of the people who today want to teach entrepreneurship courses were still getting started, while Tony was already teaching his Astonishing Systems course. Today, many of the things I apply in my business, I learned from his course. So contact Tony. Tony is an excellent person to help you scale your business. Whether it is house cleaning, gutter cleaning, pool cleaning, construction, the internet is still a baby, and the future will probably be 100% online. God bless you all. My name is Nilson Silva. If you ever need anything, just reach out. Take care.
I'm not telling you Nilson's story to impress you. I'm telling you his story because I believe you can do the same, maybe more. Because everything Nilson did, that footage you just saw from 2009, those YouTube videos he has today, That's exactly what I'm going to help you build for your company. The moment you decide to work with Astonishing Systems, I will show you what to record. I will show you how to use the principles of authority, social proof, and likability. I'm going to show you exactly what your client should talk about in a video testimonial so your future customers feel confident hiring you. Because after helping dozens and dozens of companies over all these years, I fine-tuned the traffic conversion formula to the point of science. I learned how to attract the best traffic, the type of clients willing to pay for quality. And with your authority videos and video testimonials, together, we will convert that traffic into a flood of leads and paying clients. Nilson Silva had a dream. He got on camera, did the work, and trusted the system. And I want to ask you one question. Are you willing to do what Nilson did? Look at these logos. Every single one of these is a real company, a real client that Boston Quality Cleaning Services cleans every month, right now, on recurring contracts. Doctors' offices, law firms, restaurants, schools, biotech companies, churches, industrial buildings, all across Greater Boston. Over 130 clients. You can go to officecleaningboston.com right now and verify every single one. Now, let me show you where this all started. That's Jean Brito. I took that photo on July 5th, 2006. Jean also heard about the success I was having getting tons of clients online. So Jean called me. He said he wanted to meet. So I showed up at his apartment. We sat down at his kitchen table, and the first thing Jean said to me was, "For the last 5 years, I have been trying to start my own company, but I have no way to get clients. I have nothing, no company name, no logo. I clean 2 clients and I have a part-time job." Before I could say anything, he slid a check across the table, $500. "That's all the money I have," he said. "That's the check with the date on it." And I want you to feel what that moment was, because that was not just a payment. That was a man betting everything he had on a dream, and I was not going to let him down. And we went to work. We built Boston Quality Cleaning Service from the ground up. The name, the logo, the uniforms, the emails, the phone system. Then I told Jean exactly what I had told Nilson Ricardo and Nilson Silva. I said, "Jean, you need to get on camera, show your face, narrate your work, demonstrate that you are an expert in commercial cleaning, because your future clients are not choosing a logo. They are choosing a person they trust." I told him, "We need social proof. We need video testimonials. Every satisfied client, ask them for a video testimonial." Now, janitorial services is an extremely tough business to get clients in when you're starting out. It gets easier once you're established. Boston Quality Cleaning Services went from 2 clients to more than 43 clients in the first year. Let's hear from Jean himself in a video I recorded on that year. Here's the question, Jean. How many offices do you maintain on a regular basis?
43 watts.
In that year, we had the authority videos online and only a few video testimonials. But a couple of years later, we got 17 of his clients telling the world on video why they trust Boston Quality Cleaning Service. You can watch all 17 of them right now on his website. The business really took off after we got all 17 clients to say wonderful things about Boston Quality. As I said before in this video, conversion is the answer for not getting leads. And as I said before also, getting traffic is the least difficult part of generating leads. What did we do for traffic for Boston Quality? We got highly ranked on Google. We run Google Ads, and we are in the Google Verified program. It used to be called Google Guaranteed. We run Meta Ads. We run Meta campaigns, even Craigslist, whatever it takes to get traffic. So you name it, we're there. There are potential clients everywhere in the greater Boston who could be looking for a cleaning company, a janitorial service company. We want to make sure Boston Quality Cleaning Service is easy to find. That is the formula. And it works because people hire the person they see the most, trust the most, and believe in the most. And every piece of what we built did exactly that. Today, Boston Quality Cleaning Services has more than 130 monthly recurring clients and dozens of employees. That's a massive transformation. Not because Jean got lucky, because Jean got on camera, built the trust, and we made sure the right people saw it. Go search for Boston Quality Cleaning Services on Google. What you're going to find is one of the most successful commercial cleaning companies in the greater Boston area, built from almost zero clients. Here's what Gene had to say about me in his own words.
I'm Gene from Boston Quality Cleaning Services. I used to work with cleaning more for a big company here in Boston, and I always had a dream of starting my own company. Only it was so hard, I couldn't start, I didn't know where to start. And I had a friend and I was referred to Antonio, and I talked to him about having a dream of starting a company, but it was being very difficult. But talking to him, he gave me lots and lots of ideas and told me that this dream could become possible. And if we made a partnership, we could be very successful. And so it was done. I stopped working for others and dedicated myself to this dream that I had to work for myself. So it was opened the Boston Quality Cleaning Services. Antonio gave me the support, created my website. And so I come to tell you that with this testimonial, I wish that you succeed as I had through this partnership. Today, Antonio is not my partner. He is already a friend, and you believe in his work, which can be sure, as I was successful, I believe all of you will succeed too. Just believe in work and never give up the dream, okay?
That's what a dream and $500 became. You saw the massive success of Enricar's Brick Pavers. You saw the huge growth of Master Touch Outdoor Living. And now you see what Gene Brito built with Boston Quality Cleaning Services. 3 completely different businesses, 3 completely different starting points. The same system, the same results. I have been applying this formula for real home service companies just like yours, since 2006. This is the formula that has generated hundreds of thousands of leads for our clients across multiple industries. I will say it again, hundreds of thousands of leads. You watch this entire video and your phone is not ringing the way it should. That stops today with one condition. What's the condition? First, let me tell you a quick conversation I had with Nilson Silva recently. I asked him, Nilson, how come it was so easy when I told you to get on camera, show that you're an expert in your service, and get a lot out of video testimonials from your clients? Within a few days, we had everything done. And yet other business owners tell me they will never get on camera, they will not ask clients for video testimonials, not even after they hire me. How did you do it so fast? He said, you told me that was what you did for Ricardo Brick Pavers to have more than 20 leads per week. I believed you, and I did exactly what you asked me to do. I have to admit something. After 20 years working with the internet, I made a lot of mistakes. I learned what works and what does not work to get clients. That's why I only work with clients who are willing to get on camera. So that is the condition. Here's how it works. While you are executing the services, you do 2 things. Number 1, you record videos showing that you or someone on your team is an expert in what you do. Number 2, you ask your satisfied clients for a video testimonial. That's it. And we handle everything else. We build your website, we get you found on Google, we get you found on AI like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and others. We edit your videos and put them online. We run your ads on Google, Facebook, Instagram. We manage your Google profile. We create and post on social media for you. We respond to your reviews. We never stop working until your phone is ringing the way you expect. The deal is simple. You give us the videos. We handle everything else. Now, how much does it cost? You remember what Nilson paid me in 2009? $3,000. For the first 3 clients who start working with me this month, I will offer that same price. Once I close with those first 3 clients, I will take this video with this offer off the internet. So the same price as 17 years ago. And look at what $3,000 became for Nilson Silva. 8 figures a year, multiple companies, more than 80 employees. And we have helped close to 100 other companies using the same system you saw in this video. One more proof? Search for Astonishing Systems on Google. Go to our website, www.clientsinternet.com. You will see very satisfied clients, real clients, clients whose results you can verify online. And now my guarantee. That is something I have never offered publicly before. If you meet that condition, and we build your complete online presence together, and you do not start getting real calls and leads within 90 days of everything going live, I will keep working with you at no extra cost until that happens. This system works as long as we follow the method that has been working for so long. Because in 20 years, I have never had a client who followed the system, who got on camera and showed their expertise, who got video testimonies from very satisfied clients, who trusted the process and did not get leads. Never, not once. Ready to start? One call. You call me. In a few minutes, I will look at your online presence, your website, your Google profile, your video, your reviews, and I'll tell you exactly what I see and exactly what we would do to make your phone ring. And if we decide to work together, the 90-day guarantee starts on day one. Because when I work with you, I work with you personally. That's why I only take 3 new clients every month, 3 spots per month. There have been months when I had to turn clients away. So if you're watching this right now and you contact me, I'll let you know if I'm available to start your work. One last thing I want you to know. Every client you saw in this video, Jim Brito, Nilson Silva, Nilson Ricardo, they all came to work with me the same way, referred by another client who was already winning. I'm sure you work the same way. A very certified client always recommends others. That is how Astonishing Systems has always grown. Not through pushy sales tactics, through results that speak for themselves. If your goal is to have clients who are looking for quality and are willing to pay a fair price for your services, you know what to do. My name is Antonio Miranda. Our website is www.clientsinternet.com. My mobile is 954-482-2862. You talk to me directly. If you prefer, text me some information about your company and I'll call you back. Let's build your success story together. Thank you.